Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between our visitors and the Chicago Bears. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here is Eckler. The numbers for him from a week ago. 23 carries, 88 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
On 2nd down, Eckler, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. With that, let's check out how the Chargers line up on offense.
A 3rd-round pick out of LSU in the 2014 draft, guard Trey Turner quickly became one of the better players in the NFL. Agile, this guy can absolutely fly. The fastest offensive lineman at the 2014 Combine. You want some nastiness? Watch him at the point of attack. Agile, mobile, and hostile. That's Trey Turner.
A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Looking to throw. Herbert complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. It's quite a unit. #1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
They go play action with Trubisky. And a hook up here to Allen Robinson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear 1st down. They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. This is Marlon Mack, 3rd-year running back. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Trubisky. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Off play action. Herbert. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You got it. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 10-yard line.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
They'll run here with Mack, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and goal, Trubisky, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown as the Bears push further out in front. Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive, 4 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A reminder, later tonight, Sunday Night Football will see a game in the NFL 100 series, a rematch of the very first AFL-NFL championship game, later, of course, known as Super Bowl I. It pits the Packers against the Chiefs from Arrowhead, and that should be a fun one. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt, and the Bears take over. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Ginn has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. On 1st down, it's Mack, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing on 2nd down. Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that's knocked away and incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
18. 5. 49. We ain't giving up nothing today. 49's the mic. Watch 49. All day, baby, all day. 49, guys. Mike. 49.
2nd and 5 now. Trubisky. He finds Robinson. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his third touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point good by Gostkowski, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert. And caught by Henry. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. 2nd and 1. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Herbert finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
X3, 218, chopper. Ran, top. Hey, seam 6.
They go play action. Trubisky, it's complete to Robinson. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. This is Mack on the counter. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Trubisky. This will be caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 25 yards that time. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll run it. It's Mack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
Yeah, he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Herbert. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
Roquan Smith, fresh off a solid rookie campaign, in on the tackle for Chicago.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert, complete to Bryant. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Let's stop.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. This quarterback now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert, and that's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Looking to throw. Herbert on the screen. This is Eckler. And some room to roam now. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. Operating from the gun. Herbert, he's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. But still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Britton, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, 18. Ran,
Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Able to get away. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Melvin Ingram. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
On the set.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And an alley to run. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Marlon Mack with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Now, he's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year, he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double.
Williams loses the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
You better. That's our ball. Our ball.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A run by Mack to start the drive. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll go again here with Matt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop?
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So out come the Chargers. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Watch the run.
5.
Back to throw. Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
That's right, baby.
Get it. Play.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Set. 15 line. 15 line.
We begin to clear you up. Don't get nervous.
On first and 10, Herbert. He's got Green. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball.
You're handing
out multiple, although I set you up by saying game